Hey, very good afternoon, everyone. Just a quick intro about myself. I'm Callistus, so I lead the solution engineering and pre-sales team over here at Freshworks for ASEAN, Greater China, and ANZ. So thank you all for being here. So enough about myself. All right, let's get going. So for today's agenda, what I'm going to talk about very quickly, the growing threat landscape that we are all facing over here, right, in the market space. What's the cost of downtime? What does it mean to be always on, to have that unified incident management platform to allow you to manage all your various services and processes to make sure that they are always on, right? And then obviously security and compliance around Fresh Service itself, right? Our unified ESM, ITSM platform to manage all your incoming threats and alerts. So just a bit about Freshworks. So, we just had our 13th year anniversary last week. So we incorporated in 2010. We actually listed on NASDAQ. So that's our stock ticker, FISH. More than $500 million in recurring revenue yearly. And then of course, more than 5,000 employees with almost 3,000 of them just dedicated to engineering and product management to make sure that whatever we drive out is very customer oriented and focused. Okay, and with more than 65,000 customers worldwide. Just a very quick glance, all right, of our customer market space. Right, so these are some of our major customers, more than 60,000 of them across the world, and we are responsible for making sure that their lights are kept on at the back end, making sure that their threats are being managed, any incidents that are coming in, very quickly managed and resolved through our Fresh Service platform. So a bit about the growing threat landscape. I think we are all aware that there are always a lot of malicious folks out in out in the open area or within the open space. So more than 2/3 of organizations have actually shared with us, 66% have shared with us that cyber attacks are becoming a lot more targeted. Okay, and more than 2/3 of them have actually experienced a cyber attack within the past 12 months. Right. I always joke with my dad, right, that I think he's in a very secure space because he doesn't have internet banking, he doesn't have an ATM card. But in this current time and space, can anyone afford to be disconnected from the world? Can any organization afford to be disconnected from the world? We can't be, right? Right. So a lot of organizations struggle, right, in making sure that their processes are effective, okay, in managing all these incoming threats. There's no way we can stop all of them. But how do we go about managing them? How do we go about making sure we focus on what matters most? So very quickly, the impact of outages is massive. Right? We just saw over the weekend what has happened in Singapore. Right? A couple of banking services were down and so on. And you read the Straits Times today, there was actually an article interviewing a couple of local folks and saying that they brought out their piggy bank to go shopping because they didn't have access to digital payment services. So the impact of outages is actually massive. All right. If you look at the average impact of a data breach each organization faces, is about $4.2 million. If you break it down per minute, right, it costs an organization $9,000 per minute to resolve an unplanned outage. Okay, and obviously, right, 41% of respondents believe that, very importantly, right, outages, downtimes affect their brand image. So what are some of the tangible and intangible costs of an outage? Right, if you're going to break it down further, what makes up that 4.24 million? What makes up that $9,000 per minute in terms of impact in outages? Right, you got immediate costs from incident response. You got notification costs. You also got remediation costs in terms of doing system recovery, security enhancements, and of course, regulatory and legal costs from paying the fines and all that around an outage. And of course, you got post-breach costs around dealing with customer service, PR, and communications. And then very importantly, intangible costs around reputational damage and brand distrust. So these are the huge costs that comes around from outages that organizations face nowadays. And it's shocking, right? It is shocking that companies take 197 days, right? Or up to 197 days to discover a data breach, okay, and up to 69 days to contain it. So what do organizations need? Organizations need a unified incident management platform, right? That helps them detect, manage, carry out remedial efforts, and then resolve the threats itself. So how do we go about doing that? This is how the Freshservice IT operations management stack looks like. All right, we have alert management that must be intelligent to filter out the noise. I think you saw my partner from Cyber Reason talked a lot about noise filtering. Right, modern on-call management across all the modern communication channels that every single consumer folk is used to using. WhatsApp, not just using emails and so on. Be able to do service health monitoring across services and their related assets, whether or not it's in the cloud or on-premise. And then of course, what you're going to do in the event of a major incident. So how do we go about resolving that? And then what does it mean to be always on? Right? To be always on doesn't mean that you have zero threats, zero outages. It's impossible in today's landscape, in today's space and time. So how do we go about making sure that organizations can be kept always on? Okay? So, communication is key. Right? How do we make sure that we are always on? We have got to make sure that communication is key. We can never over-communicate enough. Why do I say that? Right? Because no one likes being kept in the dark. Right? Every consumer, if there's an outage, any vendor who's in the business of receiving payments, for example, if there's an outage, they want to be informed about it, they want to be communicated about it so that they can plan alternative methods in the event of an outage, and they want to be kept updated when the issue is resolved so that they can go back to the usual ways of working. So we can never over-communicate enough. Publish updates, okay, to a public status page. So this is where we have our Freshworks status page, right? Organizations can customize it with their brand identity, their domain URL, SEOs as well, right? And obviously very important also have an agile customer service platform, right, with our Freshworks customer service suite solution, okay, that enables them to do multi-channel support and communicate and broadcast out, any outages or issues they face. Okay, and make sure very importantly as well, resolve outages rapidly on a unified platform. Have a unified platform as a single control hub. Okay, why do I say that? Right, make sure that the single platform that you have, the unified platform, is a single control hub that allows your multiple team members from across multiple departments to collaborate, right, and resolve issues that are complex. A lot of issues that come about now, very commonly, IT is an enabler for business functions in front. The business folks are the ones that see the issues coming in first. You need collaboration from the back-end IT team, the operations team to go about resolving it. You need a single unified platform and control hub that allows all teams to collaborate and very easily resolve the issues and communicate it up to the front to where the customers are. Okay, and make sure that, right, very importantly, right, it integrates with market-leading, widely adopted messaging platforms, collaboration platforms. So MS Teams is an example. Slack is also another example. So we have those ready-made integrations into all these various messaging and collaboration platforms, right? So that your various team members across the various departments can go about making sure that the issues are very quickly resolved. And then obviously, we want to build service resiliency. So what does it mean by building service resiliency? We want to be, we want to fail fast and learn fast, right? We want to be able to analyze issues, be able to proactively monitor and maintain and foresee potential issues. And how do we do that? We want to leverage on our generative AI features within Freshservice to help you filter out the noise from a lot of the flood of alerts coming in. Okay, and ensuring that IT teams can then prioritize what they should be focusing on. So this is a very quick screenshot, okay, of our Freshservice environment where you can go about doing incident management, major incident management, how you can very quickly promote an incident to a major incident, and how you can invite your various team members to collaborate, right, using our brilliant integrations with Zoom, with TeamViewer, to go and investigate the issue itself. And then obviously then be able to communicate out to your consumers, your front-end customers who are being affected by the outage. Okay, and then obviously with service health monitoring, you want to see a landscape of your upfront business process that is customer facing, and then all the assets that support the assets could be cloud or on-premise or other processes that support, this customer-facing service itself. Very quick way to allow you to analyze what are the issues on hand. And then of course, leveraging our Freddy AI or Gen AI feature to go about allowing you to automatically group, give you insights and automatically group all incoming alerts and incidents together that is related to the same issue itself. So how we leverage on Gen AI to do that, so that we help the IT folks, right, prioritize on the major issues at hand. Right, so very quickly, just to wrap up, Fresh Service, totally cloud native, right, at the heart of our own operations. So at Freshworks, we eat our own dog food, as we like to joke. So Fresh Service very much at our heart of our own operations, tried and tested, all right, to ensure that your data is protected, secured, hosted in a highly resilient environment with appropriate governance in place, so that your IT team can concentrate on getting the best insights from their data, from their operations, rather than focusing on the security of it. Okay, so again, data protection, being securely built, highly resilient infrastructure, all the key tenets of the Fresh Service platform within Freshworks. Right, and then very quickly, just to flash up our various SOC 1, SOC 2 compliances that we have for our platform itself. So again, the Fresh Service difference, just to highlight, very importantly, fast ROI, economical, easy upgrades, everything hosted, and quick and easy UI to use. Because at the end of the day, how do we provide value to our customers? How do you provide value to your customers? By making sure that any tool that you adopt is quick and easy for your teams to adopt. Because the success of any role at the end of the day is very much dependent on the adoption, the ease of adoption of the platform, of the solution by your own team, by your own team itself. Okay, so we've seen with our customers, right, we have successfully gone about boosting agent productivity by up to 40%, improving employer experience as well, very critical in today's time and day. Okay, consolidate all the various ticketing platforms, all the various incident management platforms, softwares that you have onto a single unified platform like Fresh Service. And very importantly, align to your business priorities, making sure that whatever you set out to do, whatever we set out to do with you, right, aligns very much with your organization goals and with your employee goals itself. Okay, with that, thank you so much.
Thank you.